Okay, good. All right. I'm gonna need my glasses. It's not gonna work. Hold on. Glasses. Alrighty. So when did I make my title of this live? I mean, I said it from yesterday, so we'll see who pops in. Because I think 24-hour notice is good. The true YouTube fans would show up. Go. Just pop out chat. I don't know sometimes. Let me check the. Share it out. Well, that's not the right thumbnail. Live now. It's on the socials. Wait. Yeah, change. Maybe I made a different. I don't know. We'll figure out the thumbnail later because I don't remember making that thumbnail. Um, yeah. So I don't think I did my goals and intentions video for 2023, and I think the last time I did it was what 2019 on the channel. Yeah, let me check because I don't remember when I did it. Just see this. Let's see, when did I don't remember when. Just don't remember. All right, there's me. Live now. All right, where's the last time I did goals and intentions? Like a whole yearly goals and intentions thing. Looks like 2019. Yeah, 2019. Which is totally, and then did I do it in 2020? Oh, you did do it in 2020. Right. I get why. The world didn't fall apart until after my birthday, which is coming up. I think Saturday? Yeah. So that makes sense. Is the chat. Okay, so my goals and stuff didn't happen. Oh, I clicked the button. Oh, purpose of me having that. Maybe just sure. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I know I haven't gotten to the topic yet, but because I'm waiting for people to come into chat, chat is open. And okay. So I titled like so I have a working document that I've been putting in my my goals for 2023. And then I decided my word for 2023 would have been solitude, just because of the way things are going on with me right now. And also with the ways things are going on with my work as a cam model. So um, this year is my 20th year as a cam model. Like March 18, 2003 is my official anniversary day for the first webcam site that I started on, which was my first job, which was 2023. So that, and for me, it's only a big deal because of the experience, the wisdom, the stuff that I've learned and worked through as a cam model, that I'm seeing new people from all age ranges go through, that I know they're walking into trouble. And the reason I know I already walked through that trouble. I'm not trying to walk into that trouble again. So things like that of, yeah, the longer I'm in the business, the more things I see. And also, the longer in the business, the more I filter and protect myself from seeing things I just don't need to see. So there's that, because like being a cam model, not in the US, like I'm in Canada, we we don't experience things the same way that adult content creators do in the US, because they're closer to the industry in the US. Like they just don't experience it the same way like I know when I follow webcam video chat studios in Romania and Bucharest, that part of the world, they have a whole different mindset around this whole entire industry where I'm getting ideas from people that treat this business like a business. They're not in this because it's a hobby. They're not in this to get pocket money. They're not in this because, oh, they think it will be fun because they've always been exhibitionists. Like, I'm not trying to explore my sexual identity in this industry. I've already done that. I have a pretty good, comfortable idea of who I am as a person and then who I am as a sexual being. So, because of that, there's a lot of things I don't stress about. Like I just don't stress about. And then when was it? Monday? So Monday, there is a wonderful industry business coach that I connect with whenever I need to sort out my thoughts around my work. And this is a lot of things I've learned that I'm holding on to about the work that are holding me back. And I've noticed it with younger, newer cam models of color that are holding on to a narrative that does not exist. Like it only exists if you like, yes, racism is a huge issue in the whole world, but when it comes to being a personal brand, being a entertainer, being a creator, that you're like you literally play a role, you play a persona to make money, whether it's music, art, acting, writing, whatever the creative outlet is, that there's certain things you just have to let go. And that's what like out of my coaching meeting I had the other day, which is like Monday, I learned I'm holding on to things that are not going to bring me success. And I have to let it go. Like I totally have to let it go. So if I'm going to be in this business for another 5, 10 years, whatever the length of time is, I need to fully embrace the creative process and like put in a box, really put in a box the limitations of my race or my size or my age is an issue or limitation in this work because of the fact like I'm working with companies that I want to work with, and I'm working with customers I want to work with. Like the amount of choice and power and flexibility and options we have in this industry as people of color, I don't feel like we're using that to our full potential because we're holding on to somebody's jacked up narrative of I don't fit the standards of beauty when the standards of beauty are made up by people don't look like me and they'll never look like me. Like, yeah. And then to be put in this box, oh, I'm not attractive. So I'm not supposed to be, you're not supposed to be attractive to everybody. Like, that's like attraction doesn't work that way. We know that from animals. Animals are attracted to certain types of people because they believe that they have certain qualities to be like, we just know attraction literally attracts what it's supposed to attract. It's like the whole magnets thing. We knew that there was a South Pole magnet and a North Pole magnet, and some of the magnets they connect to each other They pull very quickly to each other, or they repel very quickly to each other. So if we use the analogy of science magnets, and then we use that same scientific principle in this industry, you're not going to attract everybody. Like even me right now making this video, and I really don't know what like fully know what I'm talking. I know a piece of what I'm talking about, but like because that thought idea, that process that I'm working with right now just happened. So I'm trying to figure out how it's supposed to work for me to benefit me so that I can be the most successful person that I know I can be. And I've proven it because I've surrounded myself with support systems that support it. Like that. I'm not supposed to be attracting every single customer out there. I don't want to. Same way with the relationship I have right now, with the person I have right now. I'm not like, we are attracted to each other because we are attracted to each other. Like I'm not like how I'm attracted to him, but I'm not attracted to his brother. There's a reason for that. There's like a scientific, biological reason for that, that you're not going to be attracted to everybody out there. And at this, like, you really, like, in this business, you really have to know who you are as a person and know who you are as a business creator and the type of content you want to make, the customers you want to attract, and the amount of energy you want to put into it. Like that, yeah, that's just how it works. Like I'm in this 20 years. Fantastic. Does it really mean anything? No, not really. It means something to me because it's how I celebrate milestones in my career. It's how I celebrate growth. It's how I celebrate progress. It's how I celebrate overcoming obstacles. But to like certain type like and again, it's attractive to certain types of people. It's not attractive to everybody. Like some people think, "Oh, I should plan my retirement now." But you don't get to decide that. Or that yeah, like just certain things that I'm going through, if they're coming from an outside person's opinion and it's not true for me authentically, I am not going to carry that opinion. Like I'm fully not. Like the other day I was there watching Gabby Sugar's YouTube channel, watching another person's YouTube channel reacting to why people are OnlyFans models. And I know from experience, the videos that person was watching has an agenda to eliminate my options of working in this industry. Like their whole entire mission is that they see my industry as evil and they want to eliminate it, when to me this industry is great opportunity for my mental health, my access to resources, financial resources, and then my access to be able to create work in an environment that I'm 100% control of. And she wouldn't know that unless she had experience of knowing that there are people in this industry that are not in it to benefit me. They're not in it to they're not in it to protect me. They're not in it to like make sure that I have all my needs met. Like they're not. They're in it for their own selfish purpose, like whatever that is. And I'm not going to carry it. I'm just not. Like the same thing when certain companies used to tell me that I'm not going to make any money because of the color of my skin. I'm not going to carry that because I've been doing this for 20 years, and over the course of 20 years, even if I make $5,000 a year, 5,000 times 20 is how much? Like really? Like even if I'm on the bottom end of income earning, that's still $100,000 over 20 years. Like it, so, okay, so if you're not making the big money that you see of these wave of OnlyFans videos with how much I made in a week or a month of OnlyFans, but if you're making, like, we still make more money in this than most part-time jobs. Like, depending on where you are in the world, minimum wage is anywhere from like $5 an hour to $15 an hour. And if you're lucky, you get $20 an hour. Like, to make consistently over time, 5 to 10,000, where is that in my spreadsheet? I had this. Let me go find it because now we need the spreadsheet. I mean, I'm hoping all this makes sense. If you're like watching the replay, watching this video, leave your comments below. Like, I'm trying to process 20 years of knowledge in the shortest way possible to get my point across, and I probably never will. Because this is my lifestyle. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I shower, I lotion my skin, I make sure my computer's up and running. I I should be getting dressed, have breakfast. Like, honestly, the time it takes to get up ready up in the morning should be like shower, dress, lotion, makeup, hair, lights, camera, lingerie, any toys I'm using for my shows. Like 90 minutes. Extra another 30 minutes for breakfast. And breakfast is the same thing every single day. Like, breakfast is the same thing every single day. Lunch and dinner, they rotate. I rotate cooking the same six or seven meals every week. Yeah, it's routine. It is rinse and like, as long as the companies I work for are staying operational and they're doing the things to make their business sustainable, then I become sustainable. Even that, like how some people choose for to work on OnlyFans, that's great. I chose another platform. And then the campsites I work on have a similar business model to OnlyFans in the existing platforms I work for webcam. Plus, then there's the business coaching side I want to get into, the financial coaching side I want to get into. Even that, some person left a comment on something. I'm commenting on other people's videos because sometimes I like that, but sometimes their content inspires me to think of something that I wasn't thinking about before. And sometimes people seem to think that it's just the way that people just say their opinion, and they say their opinion in a very mean, unproductive way that does not benefit me. So if I really focus on, I have to wake up at 4 o'clock, 4:30. I wake up at 4:30, I drink my water, I hop in the shower, I get ready for work, I make my breakfast, I start my work. I don't have to talk to anybody. I really, I talk to the companies I work for. I email my customers that I'm hoping that they'll see me again. I'm always hoping that my customers will see me again. And think about it. I have customers that have been watching me for more than 10 years. Like, I'm pretty certain one of my customers that used to spend, like, when I talk about customers, I'm talking about people that spend money on me. I'm not talking about people that are in my room. I'm talking about people that actually decided to add their credit card to the website, click buy now of credits or time or a video or a photo. Like, they actually invested their hard-earned dollars on me. So that's also part of the whole coaching thing. Like, this industry is huge in that everything that you want from a profession, a career, um, sustainability to support yourself financially in this up and down recession economy, whatever we want to call it, there's enough support around it. So the small percentage of people that do not like this industry, they're noise. And same thing with the new people starting in this industry. They're noise. So like if you started today, 6 months from now, another person thinks they can start. And like it's gonna be like that the entire time you're working. There's gonna be some new person who just turned 18 who needs to make money for school, buy a car, whatever, who's gonna look at this industry as an option, and they have to process the decision making to see if it's an option for them. And then, for whatever reason, people that make a decision to work in this industry and they don't have a good experience, they try to use their bad experience as fuel to shut down the industry. While, like, that person is trying to affect people who choose to work in this industry and choose to make this a living, a career, a calling, whatever you want to call it. I don't need you trying to sabotage the direction I'm going because you had a one bad experience. Like your one bad experience, like I've had many bad experiences, but every bad experience that I've had doesn't stop me from working. It's just a bad experience. You have to separate what's a bad experience and what is for your the work, the career. It was a whole thing I did on my college essay that keeps coming back up. You don't get to tell me what boxes I have to check as my employment or my self-employment or my profession or my earned income. No. Like we're happy to spend thousands and thousands of dollars at Beyonce concert tickets. Like it's nothing, but spend money on a person who's live streaming on the internet. Y'all make a problem about it. That don't make no sense. How are we gonna put Beyonce on this pedestal and knock down anybody who's just trying to get by and feed themselves? Yeah. Fully talking to myself this whole entire 30 minutes. Yeah, right. So I didn't show my spreadsheet. Let me show it real quick. Is it work? No? Damn it. Hold on. How am I supposed to fix that? All right, hold on. Like something didn't go right. Oh, booger. Oh, I don't think I could fix it. No source selected. Source selected. Device not connected or not available. Oh no. Is this it? Oh, good. Okay. Did that work? All right, I'm watching, like, there's a delay, but I think it should work. Oh, come on. Oh, okay, good. I think it worked. I clearly didn't test everything when I set up my stream. Okay, yeah, so the spreadsheet, the part of my spreadsheet that I want to focus on was the potential of earnings. So, like, like, I don't, I don't understand if people are not getting it or they're too busy comparing self-employment, small business, independent contractor with employment. They are very, 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 very different. They're legally different. They are mentally different, and they're different. So when I like how my screenshots that I've been posting about my earnings from webcam, that is revenue. I have to then take my where's my profit first? All right, here we go. Here we go. This spreadsheet. This one works. So if I make $300 today, the business made $300. Me as a person, individual, like my government name, made zero, because the business is supposed to pay, like you become your own employee in your business operating of a creator, a YouTuber, OF person, um, finger operator, like webcam model. Like it's legally in the agreement that you sign that you're not an employee. They are legally not responsible for you in giving you labor and employment rights because you are a business entity, like you're business to business. There's a thing called business to business. That is what you are. You're a business working with another business, and you've come to an agreement of how the business is going to share the revenues of the business. Like just take a continuing education class in business. Like really, just like it, it just this is the thing about me having 20 years of experience, where to me this is just the law of like it's probably in my Science of Getting Rich book, or the Think and Grow Rich book, or the Earl Nightingale book. Like it's how the economy works. Either you're an employee or you are the business providing like employment opportunity to the employee. Like we are the hierarchy of the economy. Small businesses, large businesses, we run the economy. We 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 run the world. No matter which level of business, income, revenue. Like here, I think I still have it. But yeah, this chart is from the book Profit First. Profit First, Mike Michalowicz, he is an accountant, and he wanted small businesses to be able to operate their businesses in a cash flow management efficient way. So for me, as a as my business, like when I file my taxes, my business is internet publishing and broadcasting, because that is what I do. Like my business is published and broadcast on the internet, and publish and broadcast on the internet for entertainment purposes. And for entertainment purposes, for people that are over the age of 18, 19, 21, in the age of majority in the country or part of the world that they are. Again, like take a business law class. Like just go to the community college, pick the business law class and the continuing education program. You don't need to do a full 2-year, 3-year, 4-year degree program. Just take a few business classes to understand what you're involved in, like the legal structure of what you're involved in. I know I've been jumping all over the place making this video, but I am talking to myself right now, and I'm hoping some of this sticks with some of you. But like you need, like this is how you grow up, flat out, knowing what you're responsible for, knowing what you're legally required to do, and then knowing what your legal and spiritual responsibilities are, so you can best provide for yourself and your family. Whew. All right, so back to the chart. This is a Profit First chart. It says that based on just get the book Profit First. That the way that he recommends business to operate their cash flow management of money coming in, money going out. Like, so money comes into the company and disperses throughout the company like a funnel. There's no other way. Or a maze in the ant farms. You ever seen ant farms when ants just move in a way they know how to move? That. So 100% of your revenue goes into the revenue account. Like I have it set, I have an account that all my revenue from my business goes into, and it sits there. And then I give myself a bonus. My bonus from my business goes into an account called profit. Then another piece of that money goes into an account called owner's pay. Owner's pay is also my salary. So the reason like this is structured the way it is so that as your business grows, as the income and operations of your business grows, you as a person, employee in your business is paid a livable wage. You'll hear Dave Ramsey talk about it. You'll hear Mike McCallowitz talk about it. You'll hear business people talk about it. If you take the business class at the college, you'll hear them talk about it. Because when I was in school in September and I'm taking my classes, it was like, it was brought up in the business class. We learned different business structures, we different like monopoly, I forgot the terms, but there's, I need to go back and finish that class. But it's bigger than what you think it is. It's so much like just just understand exactly how the economy works so you understand how you as a content creator operates your business. Like it just makes it easier in knowing what you're doing and how you're doing and why you're doing it when you know the theory, the business theory of what you're doing. So right, so back to the profit first spreadsheet. There's another piece of the where I put 15% of the business revenue in an account called taxes. So when come tax time, deadline for Canada is what, June 15. But if I owe taxes, I have to pay it before April 15 or 30th. That will come out of the account called taxes. Then Canada has Canada Pension Plan. The legal law says that I, as the business and the employee, I must contribute to my own Canada pension. It's mandatory. That. So this is like, again, being in a different country, operating this business, I have to focus on and worry about different things that if you were in America, South Africa, anywhere else in the world, you would have to worry about for living in your country. And then you would have to, if you move from country to country, you have to worry about it from each country that you're working in based on your country. Like, you just have, like, if you're going to do this, know exactly what you're doing. Because even if I tell you all of these things, you have to figure it, you have to figure out a way of knowing it, doing it, and being financially responsible for it. Like I'm trying to make sure that you know this is real, this is serious, take it seriously. And if you don't take it seriously, you usually end up paying a penalty in taxes, legal fees. Like this year, because of mistakes I made in the past of my business, it cost me $600 to fix it and fix part of it, not all of it. Because I wasn't educated in my business to this extent that I am now in 2007. 2007 I was 25. Which, like, you're going to make mistakes, but some of the mistakes will cost you money to fix them. I'm hoping you make less mistakes because, like, either you know, actually, no, you should always know what goes on in your business. Like, even if you're working with a professional business manager or an accountant or financial planner, you need to know what they're doing. So when you know something is not right, you can question it to them. Like flat out, like that. Like, no, for me, I'm gonna probably get my diploma in business administration and my diploma in finance, but I'm not giving you advice. You can do what you want. But I'm letting you know if you do what you want and you make a mistake, it's going to cost you time or money. It's like sometimes both. And we don't have any, we don't have those to waste. Like we just don't. Right. So yeah, like the profit first chart has given me a guideline how to manage the cash flow in my business so that I'm giving myself a livable wage. I am meeting all my financial and legal responsibilities of operating my business. The tax law, I'm following the way that it should be based on the government making those rules. And all I have to do is get up in the morning, make my money, and then live my life. And then you know me, I'm a big proponent of following the Dave Ramsey baby steps. Like me following Dave Ramsey baby steps. For me, it's like my household finances. So profit first is I give myself a livable wage from the business. That becomes my household net gross. Actually, it doesn't even matter. That becomes my household income. Through that, a budget. That way we know the budget is doing, whoa, the we know the budget is doing what it's supposed to be doing. Like that. This is, I've come to this is all that matters. You make your money, make sure your responsibilities are taken care of with your taxes and all of that. And then, oh, it's also here. Okay, good. Yeah, this is how my cash flow moves through my business, moves through my life, moves through getting through my goals and everything is that. Wait, hold on. See if I can. The hell is this? All right. Okay. So then that. Okay. Right. This is how I operate. This is the day in the life of a cam model. This is 20 years. This took me 20 years to figure out, understand, and ignore outside opinions don't understand this. Because like that's also the thing about getting advice from other people. They don't understand how this works. And like majority of people that you're talking, so when you start this business and you listen, you want to tell your friends and family that you're doing this business, they're coming from a place that they go to work, have a job, get a paycheck every 2 weeks, complain they pay too much taxes, go back to the job, wait every 2 weeks, get their paycheck, and then do it for about 30 to 40 years until they get their pension. Then a handful of them realize they don't want to keep spinning their wheels that way. Then they want to become self-employed. Some of them realize self-employment is too hard because you're in manageable control of everything. Not only does the business have to pay the employee, which is you also have to make sure the government is happy with the way your business is operating. Like every time you make a dollar, it's not your dollar. 30% of that, 30 cents of the $1 is the government. Like we did it right here. Like even if I do, let's see how this will work. Oh, it does do it. Okay, good. So that's funny. All right. So if the business makes $1 right here, $1, 22 cents is taxes. Actually, not even 22 cents plus 13 cents because I have to make sure that there is enough money for sales taxes. Yeah. So the first 35, yeah, the first 35 cents of my $1 the business makes goes to the government. Then we got to do 5 cents goes into my business retained earnings. Oh, that needs to not be there anymore. Damn it, I've taken that one out. Wait, hold on. Is this here? Yep. This here. Yep. Okay, this row goes away. Okay. That row goes away. And then the business is responsible for my long-term retirement. It doesn't come from the campsite. Especially, like, it does not come from the campsite. We're an independent contractor. The campsite is not responsible for my health insurance, my retirement investing, or my taxes. That responsibility is on me. So this is why I made my spreadsheet to organize exactly how the money comes in and flows through, that it handles all of my responsibilities and not just my household finances. Like, that's last in the way this thing is set up. Like, there's a lot of things I do before I take home money in as my salary for my business. Like, there's a lot. Right. So back to, I set it up where 40% goes basically to the government and to the business savings account called retained earnings, where you retain some money that you made from being an independent contractor into a savings account for later business savings, spending, emergencies for the business. Like, yeah. Then you have to keep the business operating. So the business needs to be operating with my computer, it has to be operating with the lights, has to be operating with the internet. Those things need to be taken. Those are, like, some of them are fixed monthly expenses. Some of them are expenses that come up when they're needed, like buying lingerie, buying my makeup, buying my hair. Those things come up in the business out of the business operating expenses account. Like, I know I'm gonna go through a lot. It's a lot. I know. It's super a lot. Um, that and it's here. Is anybody in chat? Yes? No? Am I still talking to myself? Still talking to myself? How's my audio? All right. We're still good. Audio's good. This is good. Okay. Right. And then, like I said, you are responsible for your long-term retirement, investing, savings plan. This is how you create yourself to become a millionaire. So I have my registered disability savings plan, and then I have my tax-free savings account, then I have my registered retirement savings plan. These are registered legal investment accounts in the country of Canada. Your country, you're going to have to find out what your country has. I know what my country has. I know how each of these accounts operate in my country. I know how each of these accounts operate by making sure my certified financial planner is managing these accounts in the way that reaches my financial goals. And every, 6 months to 1 year, I meet my financial planner and we go over the goals of these accounts so that they will be there for me when I'm 65 and older. And then, like, yeah, I need to go look back up the rules in the Canada pension of when to take, like, there's rules that you must take your registered retirement savings plan. There's rules of when I need to withdraw from my registered disability savings plan. The tax-free savings account, that is for the entire life that I'm existing. So money can be invested in there and money can come out my entire life. I have that account. But the other two accounts, there are legal rules around those accounts that I have to follow, along with my working age years before the age of 65. I'm working in a way that takes care of my present, takes care of my future. And then we take home my net income. So basically we said my net income would be 34 cents on every dollar. I know it seems very, very low, but it's because I dropped down in my chart the number of for the example. So like this spreadsheet, the way I made the spreadsheet, the way I made sure that everything financially that I need to cover is taken care of with like a financial number to show me this is what it will look like if, and then this is what it will look like when. I don't worry about it. I just don't. I make my money, I file my taxes, I plan what I want to spend. I enjoy my life to the fullest based on the opportunity that I have available to me as a content creator, adult entertainment person. That, which like starting out brand new, I had a rough idea this is what I wanted, but that was 20 years ago. You change every 2 years. You do. Like what I wanted last year is a little bit different than what I want this year. And what I wanted 5 years ago is different than what I want today. Like you constantly change. And I either you're following your vision, you're following your goals, your intentions, or some people their goals and intentions is to sabotage this. What I mean by that is like, yeah, the organizations that are against adult entertainment businesses, their mission is to end my career, while my mission is to make my career sustainable as long as humanly possible. One of those, like, only one of them can be in charge. Either I'm working in this business fully to its full potential, or I've lost my mind and I switched to the other side. And I think I need to be saved by Jesus and destroy this. It doesn't like when I say it out loud, I've been to these like organizations' websites, and when I read their mission statement, they are not in it to support me. Like it's very like the it's in the Bible, no weapon formed against us. That they are a weapon formed against me. Flat out. They fully are because the way that I organize every little thing in my business to what I'm legally responsible for, what I'm spiritually responsible for, what actually that's it. There's legal responsibility, then there's spiritual responsibility. And my spiritual responsibility is not the same as your spiritual responsibility. I know, I know. If you're with me on this, fantastic, because this took my whole entire adult life to figure out. And I'm trying to say it in like a way that makes sense because I really feel like new people starting in this business, they haven't they haven't gotten to that alignment, not alignment, like enlightenment. There's a word, enlightenment yet. They haven't been enlightened yet. Like they're not there yet. I really hope you do get there because when you get there, it makes your work so much easier, like super easier, like super easier. Like knowing that you are a being out of creation and that you are here to create and curate and create. Two words. One is a C-U-R and one is a C-R-E. Yeah. Um, that is your purpose. You're here to create things to like fulfill you with joy. Like, yeah. Oh, all right. 48 minutes. I talked about a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I'm just in a place where I just want to make my money. I reach financial independence. And according to news right now, I'm going to need about $1.7 million for retirement. I am at 50,000. We have a long way to go. Like, we have a super long way to go. If I'm going to retire with dignity and I'm going to retire based on the income that I make as a cam model, I'm going to have to just keep my head down, do my work, make my money, make sure the money is being invested every single paycheck until I max out all of my accounts and so like my registered retirement savings plan. Um, you can't put money in that account when you reach like age 70 or 71. So I need to figure out as the journey progresses, as my life progresses, what other business income streams I can add on and continue on my profession as a cam model. Because it's a profession, like 20 years, it's a freaking profession. This is not pocket money for me. This is not, oh, I'm just going to do this until I pay for college. This is it. Like, this is it for me. Like, no, I mean, like, I don't want another career. Even if I go to college and get a diploma and whatever, it's going to be business and finance. And then the business and finance education is going to be used for this career, profession, industry, consulting, coaching, all that right here. That's where it is. Like if you're in it and your foot's in and you're 1 foot out, you're never going to be fully committed to the full potential that is available. Pick a side. Like really, are you part-time? Oh, I want to leave in 2 years. Then if you're in it part-time and you want to leave in 1 to 2 years because you're going to go to college and go into a different career, then stick with that. But I know from experience, many people do not. Like a lot of people come into this and they say, oh, I'm just going to use this to pay for school. Come school finish, come graduation finish, they have not switched careers. Like if you're in this for temporary purposes, if your vision is to be here temporarily, stick with that. But if your purpose is to do this as long as humanly possible, you need to get familiar with your full responsibilities of being in this industry and being a small business owner. It goes for every single business. Like it goes for all of the businesses. Like if you're running a McDonald's, if you're a real estate agent, if you're a therapist in a private practice, or if you're an entertainer, content creator, you're a business. I'm not exploring the realm of I'm going to be a content creator, but I'm going to work for another company and that company is going to give me a salary. I'm in the business, I'm a content creator, and this content is going to make me money so that I can put food in the fridge. Like right now, my freezer is full of food, which is fantastic. Every one of those pieces of food in my fridge, the money came from this. Like that. And then like, okay, yes, I have a disability. I'm eligible and legally entitled to disability benefits in my country. Because of my month of December of making revenue $1,200 and my net profit was $901.58, that changed my legal entitlement for my disability income support because the business made enough revenue to do that. One legal entity triggered another legal entity, and me as the individual in operating those two, here we are. Like, it's like, and I'm tired of people trying to act like, oh, I'm a bad person. No, I'm trying to operate in a way that speaks to who I am as a person. I don't need you to destroy that. I know I'm speaking to it like I'm like it's just a lot. Like it really is because I've been in this for so long. I've seen this 360 view of every angle of what I'm doing, and I'm focusing on the part that brings me joy. Like I want to wake up one day and there's $200,000 in my investments accounts. Oh, I made $10,000 this month. Oh, I made $50,000 this month. Oh, I made $100,000 this month. Here's the thing too. So like, maybe I can go back to it. I didn't really go into detail about it. Is it here? No, here, there. Okay. Um, here. This, like I said, if you can make $5,000 and there's no guarantee, every time I log on and make money, I can make $1.75 or I can make $416.67 for the day. There's no guarantee of income from this. Never. Like there's just not. So I focus on daily consistent earning so that I will eventually earn more over time. It's in the science of getting rich. It's in the think of growing rich. That law of compensation. I think it's the law of compensation. I have to go back and read the book again. But yeah, there's a certain law of compensation. If you consistently give the marketplace a service and you are expecting the marketplace to financially compensate you, there are certain things that trigger a consistent event of consistently earning a certain amount of income based on your consistent efforts. Like me waking up at 4:30 in the morning was to change the way I operate and get like when I'm working. Like that was the purpose of that. For me, it was like I had to wake up early enough that the window of 6 a.m. to 10 a.m., I've made my money. Because if you're on consistent enough, if you're on frequent enough, customers build trust with you and they spend money. Like there's also the factor of building a relationship with them, building conversations with them, building trust. Like trust doesn't just happen because you show up every day. Trust is also like me, like trying to build the YouTube channel. I'm trying to build this, like, yeah, I lost it. Well, yeah, there's there's a equal reaction that happens when you make the effort. There is, and and like you need to like not add in extra things that weigh that down. Like show up every day, consistently pictures, like business, like how McDonald's is all over the world and they consistently put out the same product, same service, no matter which location you go to. I mean, yeah, they change the menu a little bit depending on where you are in the world, but you go to McDonald's, you're expecting to see a certain menu, you're expecting to see certain promotions, you're expecting to see certain colors, you're expecting to see the cashier tell you certain things, or like the self-serve machine, even the self-serve machine when you go to McDonald's, you're expecting the McDonald's process experience to always be that way because they built a trust factor where you're supposed to have that expectation. Webcam is the exact same way. Like it really is. And no, I don't know why some people make a lot of money and why some people make nothing. Because there's so many other factors. Like, do you have the good computer? Do you have the good lighting? Are like, oh, it could be the clothes you're wearing. Like it could be the clothes you're wearing is not attracting the customers that you want to have in your room. And if it's an equipment problem, like your internet and your computer problem, that is like, we don't know that your computer is not compatible with the website. Because like there's people who start off, like when I started camming, I started off right away with a really good computer, a really good camera, and really good internet. And I demanded it. It was like an expectation, like a legal requirement in my mind that I had to do. Like I remember like people were trying to just give me any old webcam and it was horrible quality. I looked green. I hated it. I refused to accept their gift because they're trying to help me with the webcam they were trying to give me. Like I wouldn't take it. They got mad at me for not taking their camera that they're trying to give me. I was like, no, I need a camera that looks like this and operates like this, which was at the time, it was a camcorder and it connected to a capture card, a video capture card to my computer. And it had autofocus, it had zoom, it had, it was not a webcam like I'm using right now. Even now, I'm looking at changing out my computer, my cameras for my computer, and I already know I need to bring my business to a certain standard of consistency based on upgrading my equipment, plus upgrading my apartment. Like the way my cam studio looks needs to be upgraded. The way that my wigs are needs to be upgraded. The way I do my makeup needs to be upgraded. But it's knowing, like, I've been in this business for 20 years. I know that there are certain cam models that are consistently making a certain level of income I would like to achieve. And there's a certain aesthetic I've seen them do consistently day in, day out, that I know I need to create my own version of that so that I can increase my income. The whole thing is to increase and get better 1% per day. It's the same thing in the YouTube creator space. They talk about getting better 1% a day. So I know there's certain things that I need to improve based on the YouTube analytics that will improve my stats and improve my channel. Like, it's just there. There's like, it's really simple. I need to not have other people's opinions about it. Like for me to get back to the zone I was in when I started, I eliminated everybody's negative opinion about it. Mom, boyfriend, dad, everybody out of it. Like you couldn't tell me what to do because I was making so much money in the comfort of my own home. Like for me to get back to $5,000 a month, $60,000 a year, I was working 40 to 60 hours a week, every week for 2 years straight. It was fantastic. And the only reason it stopped was my health. Not like, oh, I wasn't taking care of myself. I was. I was going to the gym. I was eating healthy. There was another factor in there that I did not see coming. Like mental illness, you'd never see coming. And then now that those things are stable, those things are fine, the doctors are optimistic. Okay, how can I get back to working 20 to 40 hours a week? I don't know if I'll get back to 40 to 60 hours a week, but I know 10, 20, 40 hours a week consistently on time, every time, bring up my income. For me, it's irrefutable fact. Is that the word I'm looking for? Let me Google that word before I use it. Irrefutable fact. Is that a word? Like irrefutable here. Impossible to deny or disprove. Yes, that's exactly the word I'm using. Yeah. Just like for me, there's literally certain things in this business that are irrefutable. Like, and when people come in with something that's not congruent and an opinion that is jacked up, like certain opinions that you have about this work will sabotage your work. And I'm looking over at my face. Yeah, there's just certain opinions about like if you hold on to like opinions of people who do not do this work. They've never logged on. They've never created a profile. They've never taken pictures of themselves in lingerie or a bikini or work like they never done those things. They have no idea what this is. They don't. It's half the reason I have arguments with my mother. She has no idea what this is. Like from start to finish. The systemized like this the the business system that operates everything, they don't know what it is. And even if they say they did it and had a bad experience, they're holding on to a bad experience. They're not changing the message. They're not changing the experience. I'm not holding on to the bad experiences that I've had. I've That experience happened. I grew from that experience. I've healed from that experience, but I'm not holding on to that experience as if that experience is happening today, because it's not. That experience happened in the past. What is happening today? Okay, today I want to make, what day is it? The 7? With what? 3 more weeks of February? Okay, I want to make, let's say, $1,000. I don't know. I'm throwing out a number out there. So the universe knows I want to make $1,000 before the end of the month. Okay, then I need to focus on what I can control. I can control being online 10 to 20 hours a week. Okay, great. Which is what I did in November and December. Where's that spreadsheet? Because we know I did that. That spreadsheet proved it. When I stayed consistent and I stayed committed, the irrefutable law, a law of compensation, showed me that I could and will make my money. This wonderful thing right here that I made. And the reason I made this chart was to prove myself the irrefutable law, that the law of compensation, which I need to go look that up because I keep saying it over and over again. Compensation. Law of compensation is another restatement of the law of sowing and reaping. It says that you will always be compensated for your efforts and for your contribution, whatever it is, however much or however little. That is, wait, who's that from? Brian Tracy? That's Brian Tracy. Okay, that's Brian Tracy. Okay, then it says increase value, fill your mind with success, do more than you're paid for, provide the causes, enjoy the effects, action, exercises. All right, then he gives homework. Okay, I'm gonna put this in chat because this is what it is for me. Like, this is true for me because of all that. Like, I'm tired of entertaining theories that are not true. Like, flat out not true. Like, yeah. Like, it's great if you just started and you made your first couple of 100,000, wait, not 100,000, hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars. But are you going to be able to do that 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Because I have right here. I mean, like, I have screenshots of my first paycheck, but like they're not going to benefit you. They like, I took them as milestones for myself. As like when you make the baby book of the baby's first year, and you're tracking the milestones of the baby, of like when they're walking, when they get their first tooth, when they have their first haircut. That's what it was for me in the beginning. I needed to have document proof of my milestones, of the work that I'm doing, because I had so many people on the outside were sabotaging my work. Again, I keep looking at myself. So I have all the evidence in the world that this is going to make money. Like, there's to that, you need to have the blinders on, focus on your work, focus on showing up for the customers, focus on the marketing, focus on being consistent, focus on like you making your daily. So like when I say make $100 a day, that is a milestone target that I've hit. That I know when you consistently do it over time, you will be motivated to do more. which was, I think, in the law of increase your value, fill your mind with success, do more than you're paid for. Yeah, the do more than you paid for. So another, what's this word? Corollary, corollary of the law of sowing and reaping is what is sometimes called the law of overcompensation. Ooh, there's a law of overcompensation. This law says that great success comes from those who always make it a habit to put in more than they take out. They do more than they are paid for. They're always looking for opportunities to exceed expectations. And because they are always overcompensating, they are always being over rewarded with the esteem of their employers and customers and with the financial rewards that go along with their personal success. Okay. I that's it. We're gonna end the show on that. Because that, like, that's what it's all about. Yeah, mind for success, the whole manifestation, the whole positive thinking, reap what you sow. I'm just going to continue on that path. That is the path I'm continuing on. Like, flat out, that is the path I'm going to continue on because it gets me to the places I need to be. Like, me waking up at 4:30 in the morning was to increase this. What else does he have? Sales success, business success, leadership success. Yeah, man, just go to the Brian Tracy website and like live and breathe that philosophy. Like flat, just live and breathe that philosophy. It'll improve your work. Because your work, like for to believe this like law of compensation and law of overcompensation, you eliminate the negative things that don't support this. Like for these things to be supported, you have to believe it with all your being. Like think like you just have to. Like you do. Yeah. Okay. I have nothing more to say. If you watch this entire video, fantastic. That is amazing. If you're watching this video for the first time, like you like see this video, you watch it and you somehow magically stay this long, subscribe to the channel. I will talk more on things like that. Um, I'm gonna work on trying to go live and do these type of things more frequently, or I don't know, we'll see how that goes. But 2023 should be a good year for me because I have so many things I want to accomplish. But I also know that I'm not going to accomplish every little thing on my goal sheet for the year. But I do know get 1% better, stay consistent, increase my law of compensation. Like that is what we're doing. Ralph Waldo Emerson, in his essay, Compensation, wrote that each person is compensated in the like manner for that which he or she has contributed. The law of compensation is another restatement of the law of sowing and reaping. It says that you will always be compensated for your efforts and for your contribution, whatever it is, and however much or however little. However much and however little. Why did I hit that microphone? However much and however little. Like, yeah. I mean, I got to what I wanted to say. I said a bunch of stuff, but I hope they all circle back to this. Like, yeah, I really hope you get the message. I really hope you do. We'll leave a comment below so we can have a discussion on this. I said a whole bunch of stuff at different times in the video.